So your product is not selling very well on Amazon in the Middle East. What can you do? Is there a PPC solution? All the information in today's episode, episode 4 of PPC to Win. Let's get going. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal. I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society. Our mission is to primarily help entrepreneurs and small businesses sell successfully on Amazon in the Middle East. You'll find all the information linked in the description box below. Now, you launched your product. It's not selling very well. Is there a reason and is there a solution if you look into your PPC ad campaigns, or if you basically figure out a few things that are related to your PPC ads? In this video, episode number 4 of PPC to Win, we're going to be talking about all the mistakes, primarily 3 mistakes that you might be making, or 3 things that you're not really looking at with your PPC ad campaign, with the one and only Mina Elias. But watch the video till the end if you want to learn a small little trick or a small little hack that I'm going to teach you about how you can make sure that you don't spend major amounts of money on your ad campaign. And there is something called a budget cap. You want to learn how to do it? Keep watching till the end and make sure you like this video. If you don't like this video, you're not going to be able to learn the trick. Let's get going. So Mina, as you know, a lot of people launch their product on Amazon and they probably don't get the results that they were hoping for, especially straight out of the gate. You're a PPC ad guru and you have all the great information that you've been giving us over the past, for this series basically. So let's talk about 3 major reasons or 3 major things that you can do that might be related to PPC ads and the fact that you're not getting sales for your product. So first off, what is the conversion rate? Where do you find it? And how does it determine whether your product is successful or not?
Okay, so of course, when you're running PPC, you don't want to just keep running and not have any sort of indication, is the PPC working or not? So one really good place to look for that is your business report. So if you go to reports, business reports, and on the left side, second last option, it says detail page by child ASIN. Click on that and you'll see two main columns that are very important to us: sessions and unit session percentage. Sessions basically means the unique number of Amazon accounts that are clicking on your listing. So if you have 10 different Amazon accounts click on your listing, it'll show 10 sessions. Unit session percentage is basically your conversion rate. So out of those 10 people that clicked on your listing, how many of them bought? So if out of those 10 people, 1 bought, that's a 10% conversion rate, aka 10% unit session percentage. So the first thing everyone needs to understand, like I said, there's 2 main parts to Amazon. You have your product and you have getting the people to the product. It's convertibility, discoverability. So your unit session percentage is heavily dependent on your price, your main image, your title, number of reviews, star rating, your description, bullet points, enhanced brand content, all of that good stuff. So if you have a very beautiful listing, it's going to be desirable. People are going to want to buy it. So a good unit session percentage, my goal, minimum unit session percentage is 20%. So if you're below 20%, focus your efforts first on getting a really good listing. Things that will make your listing have a low unit session percentage is number of reviews. Maybe your images don't look good, because remember, people buy with the images. They don't really read a lot.
True.
Maybe your price is too high, things like that. So fix that first. If you go and look and your unit session percentage is good, it's 20% or above, now you're good. Now you want to start looking at your sessions. By running PPC, you should see a general gradual increase in your sessions, which means more and more people are clicking. So if you see that more and more people are clicking and you're getting more and more sessions, then your PPC is effective. And that's when you can make a decision and say, okay, I've been running PPC, my sessions are increasing, my sales are not, my unit session percentage is kind of getting lower and lower. I have a conversion issue. okay? Not a PPC issue.
Yeah.
But if you notice that you have a good conversion and your sessions are, plateaued and low, then you have a PPC issue. You need to work on your PPC better. So that's the first place to look when you're not getting sales or you're not getting impressions or converting. Look at how many people are clicking on your listing and look at your conversion rate, because you can't fix, PPC can't fix a bad product with a bad conversion rate. You can bring 1 million people there, but if it's not a desirable product, no one's going to buy it.
Yeah. So don't just say, well, my product is not selling, let me make some additional ads, maybe do some external marketing, maybe get some Instagram ads. Try to figure out in the beginning what's happening with the people that are actually clicking and logging into your what I call it, like people are physically opening a door and walking into your store. That's what a session is. And if they're not converting, if they're not, switching from just a customer to an actual paid customer, then we have to figure something out. And it's great thing that you said, it's not something that you fix through PPC. You need to figure out what the problem is, and then you need to go for PPC. So another problem might be that you're basically running out of, your ad campaign is running out of budget, or your bids are too low or something like that, correct?
Okay. So that's a very, very common one. And I want to say most people that I look in their accounts that have issues like this, I look and they have a $20 budget, $40 budget, $10 budget. And I tell them, there's no way that Amazon cannot promote you if you don't even have money to spend, because basically what you're telling Amazon is if it's $1 per click, I can only get 10 clicks. How many sales do you think from 10 clicks you're going to get, or 20 clicks or 30 clicks? Nothing. So basically Amazon's going to say this person does not have enough money to spend. And so let's not show him enough or show her enough. And so the first thing you should start with is look at your budgets, make your budgets really big, $100, $200. Now, don't be afraid. You're not going to go overnight. If I have maybe 500 different campaigns, each one with $100, $200, dollar budget plus, and I'm not spending, $200,000 or whatever a day, because you're not going to spend your entire budget. It would be too easy. Then everyone would just make a big budget and go ahead and spend it all on advertising. It doesn't work that way, because it's a bidding system. So make your budget big. And if you're afraid, start with a smaller bid. So start with a low bid and then work your way up until you hit that sweet spot where you're going to start not getting a lot of impressions and get more and more and more and more until you hit a point where, okay, now maybe I'm profitable. Or maybe you go too high and now you're spending a lot and not getting, your ACOS is high, and then you go a little bit lower, and then you try and keep adjusting until you have, you hit that sweet spot.
So basically, you can put a high budget, a daily budget, but you can play around with your bid just to make sure that you're not spending like crazy as well.
Exactly.
So another thing that go ahead. Sorry.
No, and I'm just going to say that having that high budget will trigger Amazon to say, okay, this person has money to spend. Let's show him or her a lot, versus, having such a low budget. Then Amazon's like, okay, this person can't really spend money, so let's not show them. Let's show them only selective. A little bit.
Yeah. Got you. Third thing, indexing and browse nodes. How does that actually affect our sales on Amazon?
Okay, so another common one, Amazon is basically a massive cataloging system. And because they have so many different products and they have so many different customers searching different keywords, the main way they work is that they're cataloging products in different categories and different keywords, and they're indexing the products in all these different places. It's a massive catalog system. And so a lot of times they just make the mistake of not indexing you and not having the correct browse nodes on your product. And basically, if you don't know about browse nodes, go into Seller Central, type browse tree guide, and then the browse tree guide basically shows you a list of all the browse nodes, and it's like a catalog, and there is like a list of categories, and it's like, these are all the things that my product applies to. So basically, if someone is interested in one of those things, if they're on your product is going to show up. So that's why, whenever you're searching, for example, for a supplement, you'll never have like a tent show up. because a tent is not going to have the supplement browse node. And so,
100%.
and again, it's like a computer system. So
Yeah.
it's not like it can think. It's all based on a catalog system. So a lot of times, just accidentally, you might not have the correct browse nodes on your product, and then you're not indexing for those keywords. So you're not showing up for those keywords. So it's as simple as picking up the phone, calling Seller Central, or sending an email, say, hey, can you please check that I'm, have the browse nodes for all of these keywords, or that I'm indexing for all of these keywords. They're very relevant to my product. And then I've done it in the past where it's very simply pick up the phone, do it. They attach all the browse nodes, and I see all my sales go back up.
For sure. You also
And
see,
obviously it's not overnight. It takes maybe a week or two,
of course,
but eventually you get back into the system.
this is also something that might happen with somebody who launches their product. They launch an auto campaign, and then they see, well, there's no clicks. The impressions are very low. There's as if Amazon isn't actually showing my ad to anyone, and they try to find the ad and they can't find it. And their daily budget is okay and everything is fine. So they need to, figure out if that's
and just so you know, that is the biggest indicator that you have an issue, because the auto campaign should be the strongest. Like, you could, no matter what you try doing, nothing will beat the strength of an auto campaign. Auto campaign is absolutely the strongest campaign you can run. And so if you launch an auto campaign with a decent budget, decent bid, and you notice that you're not getting impressions, you have an indexing error, or you have an error there, because usually just launching an auto campaign, just launching it, you should get an insane amount of impressions. So if you're not, then you have another issue that's, more like browse node indexing related versus just PPC.
Okay, so how can you create an ad cap or an ad budget cap for your campaign and make sure that you don't spend huge amounts of money if you don't keep monitoring your ad spend every single day? And that's easily done when you log into your campaign settings, and you'll see the box right here showing you that you can put a cap on your daily spend. Of course, you can do that in your campaign. However, if you have multiple ads under the same portfolio or under the same campaign, you won't be able to basically make sure that your ad spend is under control. So just go into your campaign, click on the settings, and make sure that you put that cap so you don't spend more than you want to or more than you intended. If you didn't watch the first 3 episodes that we did for our series PPC to Win, I'll leave all the videos linked in the description box below. And I'll see you in a new video with more information. Bye.